What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to give you an overview of what is happening to Lucid, go over some of the data points, what shorts are doing, and talk on why Lucid is going up as much as it is today. Before I get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that, let's get right to it. So right now, Lucid is up 7.95%, a lot of good momentum throughout the day. And as you can tell, looking at the volume, clearly it's getting a lot of eyes on it. And that's been the case for, I guess, around the last 2 weeks. So 28.75 million shares being traded, 27.38 is the average. At the time of doing this video, nothing from Lucid itself, so no SEC filings, no press releases, nothing like that. But from the PIF, this was announced. So the PIF announces new investment company to boost Saudi car industry. And that's one thing that a lot of us investors have known from the beginning, that the PIF is going to do anything at all costs to ensure that EVs thrive in their region, including even making a company such as this 𝗪𝗪𝗧 or 𝗪𝗪𝗧, whatever, mobility investments. My bad on butchering the name, but regardless, we already do know that the PIF is going to really ensure that Lucid is going to hit a home run, especially as well with the AMP2 facility just opening up and going to be producing a lot of vehicles. That's going to help Lucid hit their 2023 targets. So Lucid is in good hands, in my opinion. Even though if you do look at a lot of the articles that's floating around, everything just says red flag, even coming out from Bloomberg/Unusual Whales, they're pointing on the negatives. So saying that Lucid is kind of losing about 338,000 every single vehicle that they do make. So once again, a lot of companies aren't at the profitable stage. Lucid most likely will be that in probably late 2025 or early 2026. Just my own opinion, not a financial advisor, of course. But a lot of people neglect, once again, just what the PIF has been doing behind the scenes to ensure this. And plus, I think this was just recently announced between the PIF and the SEC that they were forming a company to ensure that the whole infrastructure is set and ready for EVs. So this is two back-to-back companies that they've really made in basically 1 week. So that is huge. And once again, I think this is going to really help push Lucid and propel it faster than other EVs. So once again, if you kind of compare Tesla early stages to Lucid, Lucid is definitely getting the benefit of the two. So Lucid definitely is not risk-free. I'm not saying that they're not, because they've unfortunately messed up a little bit, especially throughout 2022. But I think so far 2023 seems to be going fairly well. But of course, we'll have to wait until I think most likely this week. This time last year, I think it was on the 12th when they did disclose their Q3 numbers, so their production and delivery numbers. So we'll just have to wait and find out for that. But definitely this is what is driving Lucid significantly higher today, as well as the technicals. I'll touch on all of that. But starting off with options, currently $1.33 million in calls being purchased versus 650 inputs. So based on this information, people are anticipating for it to trend up. If you are optimistic, so this is all the calls, show the strike prices, expiry dates for this upcoming Friday, or even looking on October the 20th, it is anticipated to be roughly around above 550 to almost the 650 range by the end of next week. If you are negative though, looking on as far as puts, it is anticipated to be below roughly around the $5.50 to $5 range. So obviously you do have both extremes, but no matter what, when it comes down to options, it is just merely a sentiment and it does not move the stock price. These are some of the transactions that did occur on the secondary market over $100,000, so a fair share, but the frequency is definitely not necessarily as much as even in comparison to yesterday. So it's not really there as far as that. These are some of the transactions that have occurred on the dark pool. This one's up a little bit in comparison to yesterday. Dark pool is often enough linked to shorting. So I'll give you an overview of what shorts are doing today and everything else that you need to know. So short score is currently 84. Utilization is 95.41. And as far as what shorts are doing today, they are increasing 5.04 million shares. So they are doubling the hell down. They do not think that this has justified this rally, and you can tell that. So 25.32% of the free float is being shorted. 222.63 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow is all over the place, but it does show around 11.45 is the average of them. And through Interactive Broker short availability, it does indicate that there's around 450,000 shares available. So shorts are running out of ammunition. The fact that they are doubtful and just doubling down is once again kind of overextending themselves. And that's something I've even said prior to today, that shorts are just massively overextended. So if something good does come out, then this could end very negative for shorts. And it is that time of season once again. So latest round of 13Fs. Unfortunately, a lot of it isn't that positive. So you do see some that did kind of return 100% of their position. So the red ones do show that they did return everything. And then other than that though, some returned around 45% of their position. Green ones are brand new positions, so that's good stuff. Only 15,000 shares, 35,000 shares. I myself did buy yesterday, so I posted this on Twitter. So I bought an additional 3,800 at a price of $4.93. If you could have told me 6 months ago that I'd be able to buy below $5, I would not have believed you by any means, but I'm more than happy to buy anything under $5. Under $5 is a complete steal, in my own opinion. Once again, not a financial advisor. But with all of that, let's talk on some technicals. So as it stands right now, with it at $5.42, it is currently trading between, looks like the P and the R1. So $5.28 is going to be that next strong support. It's kind of stuck in limbo right now, so I would say around 5.03 is that true strong support. And as it stands, $5.53 is going to be that next strong resistance. But a lot of these pivot points are very wide, so there is going to be a lot of volatility, at least in the foreseeable future. So that's something just to keep in mind. Number of retail investors are getting in, so both institutions and retail are buying today. And the last time this did happen, it did at least if I remember correctly, a 30 to 40% run. So definitely something big could be coming, obviously, depending on a lot of external circumstances as well, especially with the whole conflict around Israel and things like that. Stochastic right now is nice and bullish, so a black line above the red, and it is also at 28, so that is considered neutral as well. So definitely technicals are starting to look very optimistic. Shorts are doubling down, but like I said, I think that could end very negative for them. And just generally based on this news about them making that new company is absolutely epic, and once again does solidify exactly the PIF's role in Lucid's success. So let me know your thoughts on all of this. Give yourself a shout out if you are like myself and you were able to buy below $5, or if not, did you sell? What have you been doing with Lucid? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And one final thing, as I have always said, take advantage of this promo. It's been extended up until October the 20th. Just sign up for an account with Moo throw $100 added, and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So take advantage of that. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, I appreciate all of you watching, and let's all make a ton of money on Lucid.